Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to another edition of Living World of Darkness Rage Across New York. We find ourselves auspiciously in the Tellurian of New York City, Manhattan, in the centermost point of the island itself, Central Park. And currently sitting on the tail end of a truck that is pulled up into one of the loading bays, a person who let out a howl in the Umbra a few minutes ago sits with a foot bobbing up and down as it's crossed over the other leg and currently checking to see if there's any dirt under her nails. We start our scene here in the now cooling off part of the evening.
After a while, a young man in a three-piece suit eating what appears to be some wok crisp noodles with vegetables approaches. And before saying a thing, he just grabs the container and the chopstick with one hand and points up a finger just in the sign of wait. He slurps a couple more of bites and go like, yeah, you are and he pauses for a second and thanks to eidetic memory, he will reproduce the name straight how he heard it.
Oh, no, sir. Go ahead and do it.
Okay. You are Ellie, right?
Well, that's what it says in the howl.
I guess it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, well. There'll be plenty of time for this to come up. She just nods, and she gives a smile.
Cool. And he will pull out a napkin, clean his mouth. I am Hotfix, Cleath, Ragabash of the Glasswalkers, member of the Guardian Corps of the Sept of the Green. Do you need cleansing?
I need cleansing. My stuff needs cleansing. Chick Norris needs cleansing, and she points to a cage that's got a black chicken in it.
What is that?
Chloe's gonna walk up behind just in time to hear Chick Norris. But she just starts laughing.
It's
She will
Chick
turn
Norris.
and look at Chloe. Congratulations, Raya.
Thank you. She, by the way, looks so much happier than you've probably ever seen her look.
Yep. Also, we will keep this one away from Stoneclaws. She can never hear about Chick Norris.
That would be a good idea. As she kind of looks a little less happy.
1 second. Hotfix will pull out his cell phone, start going through his contact list, find someone, call it. Do you know if Lucas has his cell phone with him?
For sake of convenience, let's say that he has.
Okay, it will ring a couple of times until
Alright,
he answers.
he'll pick up.
Yo, we need a ROC, Buck at the Bone, newcomer.
Alright. What section of the bond?
B, and he looks
Loading
around. B12, area Y64.
Alright. You just need a bath, nothing else?
She packages and Chick Norris.
Shit. Norris.
Don't
Chloe's giggling behind him again.
you need to come and see for this for yourself, brother.
Well,
I'll
this
be I'll be over in 10 minutes.
While this is happening, because you're like on the phone for a minute, she's gonna walk up to Ellie, hold her hand out, and she's still giggling because that's hilarious. And she'll just be like, "Hi, I'm Chloe Niccolo, Black Fury, Gibbous Moon, Hamid Fostern, actually, just barely."
She smiles. Aloha.
Aloha indeed. And who are you? Aside from clearly Ellie. I was a little busy with my challenge. I didn't quite get to hear the whole thing.
Well, I didn't put too much into like my whole introduction, but I mean, if we want to go all formal, we can go all formal.
Well, how formal are you? Do you want to be informal?
Depends on the day, Raya.
Well, I'm interested in the formal. If you want to tell me what formal is in this case. She looks curious.
Well, my full name is Ellie Kapika. So that's why I go by Ellie.
It's a nice name, though. There's nothing wrong with it.
She kind of nods and smiles. And now Vinny is getting performance anxiety. But she goes, I come from one of the island septs, Kauai.
Well, that's a little more exotic than, I am. With her lovely Kentucky accent.
Well, I come out of Waimea Bay, and born on two legs under the crescent moon of the Octena. She smirks.
Well, welcome to the Sept. Well, once we can get you cleansed.
Someone is coming.
And if you want to roll perception empathy.
Sure, those are my best dice.
Good.
Actually, not bad today. 3.
She's leaving a little bit out, it seems. Like, when she kind of finishes with the introductions, she definitely kind of, like, takes in that breath through her teeth, kind of like, oh.
And Chloe will kind of lean in a little closer. Just kind of tilting her head. Was there something else you wanted to say?
Well, it was not so bad over on the West Coast. It was certainly not a problem back home, but outside of Pigeon, a lot of people get it wrong. That D name comes from home, so
You should never be ashamed of your deed name.
oh, I'm not ashamed of it. It's just a lot of people just be like, huh. And then they just use the rough translation.
It cannot be more difficult than Kotori's Raya dead name.
Then she literally writes that on a piece of paper and hands it over to Hotfix.
Okay.
Just with a look on her face of, huh.
Yeah, Chloe's gonna look over her shoulder. She totally needs to know.
So it's the one on top that you okay.
She won't be able to
So
see.
he will go like Okikai kano ya kaikamahine?
What does it translate to?
Oki kai nuia kai kamahine comes out to see his favorite daughter, roughly.
So for shorter, I can actually call you Okikai. Or would you prefer to be called kaikamahine?
Or C's favorite daughter. I think there's various things here.
Yeah.
I mean,
You seem to prefer your real name.
We could say that we are stuck on the shore of the business.
Oh God. Really?
Hey,
oh wait.
oh yes, Maui indeed.
It's about this time the door of the loading bay goes ahead and opens up. And you know that Kramer slide?
The one I repaired last week?
No, the Kramer slide from
Oh.
Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
Basically that. The door goes ahead and gets whipped open, and this very, very clownish figure goes ahead and slides on in. He seems to be holding in his right hand quite a large back. Hey,
Okikai Kanuyakai Kamahini, I present you to Unicorn's Boon.
Just pinching the bridge of her nose. Yep.
You still don't have a preference on what you want to go by?
Nah.
I'm a Ragabash. I can keep at this whole day and a whole night without taking a break.
Well, I'm sure.
you might want to.
I'm
Lucas
sure.
is going to go ahead and go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sure. She's just looking at like Hot Fix with a smirk. I'm sure. From what I hear, y'all run on batteries, so
And they never run out of replacements. Never forget that.
Nope. We can stick it like 2 fingers to direct current, and we can pull an all-nighter without any kind of trouble.
you know, I knew a glasswalker once that tried that, and I can tell you that child of 747 didn't work out well for him. So
He fought the forward, and he smiles.
nah,
Lucas is
he
going
kind
to
of
go
jumped
ahead
around
and
and
busy himself with a stick and a water.
like a
Small
did like
little light.
did like a chicken dance.
Go ahead and start to wave the stick in the air and begin to scare away the worm. Take ooga baka, ooga baka, ooga baka.
Probably he will be stared by the people around him, like, what the actual shit?
You're gonna get some smoke rolled in your direction. Woo! And looks at the newcomer. Okay, so what else specially needs to be cleansed? You. He goes ahead and twirls the stick at you.
Oh,
Go ahead and twirls the stick at the.
don't
the
forget
bag.
Chick Norris. Chick Norris. You have to go check out
Yeah.
Chick Norris.
Well, there's
You
Chick
need to-
Norris, and then she pulls off the blanket or the sheet that's around like the stack on a cart, and there's like 5 chickens.
Because if you don't clean Chick Norris, it would be very cheeky of you.
Oh,
my
he goes ahead
God.
and looks at all the stuff.
Come on.
Lucas is going to go ahead and start to walk around the big old bird cage a little bit more slowly. He's going to mumble to himself, this is going to cost a lot more than I'm used to, but it's going to work. It's going to work.
Well, I mean, you got Chick Norris and Bruce Henner, Lindsay Lohan.
How many chickens have you brought with you?
5. I hope to bring some more. Like, does Sept not like fresh eggs?
We live in the middle of the goddamn city.
All right. Well, you got Bruce Henner, you got Chick Norris, you got. Let's see here. We got Helen the Felon, Fatty the Patty, President Fitzgerald Grant. Don't know how we got that one. And Lindsay Lohan.
In a level of one,
God.
in a level of 1 to 10, how closely attached are you to these chickens and or fried chicken?
Like all the chickens visibly start like flapping wildly.
Tell him to stop flapping. It's harder to scare away the taint like that.
You tell him to stop, talking about the things we don't talk about. She kind of reaches in and puts her hands on either side of Chick Norris's head.
Well, Hotfix will look at the chicken and will go like, "Bark, bark, 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 bark."
Oh my god.
I hope that's clear between us now, chicken.
You ain't gotta patronize him like that.
And Hotfix just looks up. Really?
Really,
I'm patronizing the chickens.
you are totally patronizing the chickens.
You know, sometimes I wonder why Olaf has such a bad attitude. And for moments like this, I slowly start to understand him.
It gets a little bit of a head shake from Lucas, as in, no, you don't.
Also, good point for that.
You're right in the middle with all this shark bait, just everywhere.
All right, to go ahead and sort of speed this up, Lucas is going to go ahead and take his time, which means he's going to take an hour cleansing you to go ahead and bring the difficulty down. And he's going to spend, let's be conservative here. You, 1 gnosis for the bag, and about 2 gnosis for the chickens. How's that sound?
So 2 of them can come on, or just in the
You
circle?
get to pick. You get to pick which chickens come in.
I gotta call Auntie then, have her come pick up the rest of them.
Don't
So-
worry, I have a couple of kinfolks that can keep them stashed. I will give you the direction where they will be
I got
stashed.
kinfolk too.
Okay.
Like I just kind of wanted
You-
to bring.
I feel like we need to have a kinfolk party at this point since everybody has kinfolk. Look at that.
You're
Will do.
cleansed. You feel fantastic. You know that awful stench that you got riding on the rails of the subway or the taxi? Yeah, it's gone.
So yeah, you will see that Hotfix straight up his tie. Okikai Kanuya Kaikamahine, I welcome you to the sept of the green. Come and enter as a cleansed brother. He overrides the last part as a cleansed sister. Sorry, I'm going through the motions here.
She just takes her hand and just looks at Hotfix with a smile and takes her middle ring and forefinger and kind of curls them in, sticking out her thumb and index finger, and just kind of, it's just like mahalo.
Mahalo.
Means thank you.
Turns out- Oh, okay, yeah. Like, and he will pause for a second and go like, Ohana?
Family.
Ohana means family. I know that.
And we leave no one behind.
It seems like everybody's seen that Disney movie, except
It
me.
is. I do.
Oh my god, it's like almost no one's ever said that to me here on the mainland. Ever.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody said it to you.
I'm sorry. The opportunity
After-
was far too great.
Oh, I know, the Ragabashes and Galleons both, they're always the big culprits for that one.
Well, forgive me. It was a good movie when I was a kid.
I agree.
Lucas is going to go ahead and pack up his cleansing kit back into his bag. Go ahead and turn around to the newcomer. extend a hand. Hello, my name is Lucas. How you doing?
How's it, brother? And she takes his hand and shakes it.
What brings you to our fine sept?
Well, me and my old man were sort of going cross country. And it just happens to be that he's got family here, so we packed up and we decided, well, if we're going to be on the East Coast, and since like you get stabbed every day in DC, we're like, no, we're not going to go visit your auntie down there. So this is where we ended up.
Oh, you could get stabbed every day here too.
That's what I hear about the Bronx, every corner.
Every corner. It's true.
Okay. Let's give her the basic rundown. Do you want to do the honors, tales as rich as gold?
Which rundown are we referring to today?
The basic newcomer 101, don't stick your head here or the warder will have your ass.
Well, you are the guardian, aren't you?
Also, good point. He will turn around and go like, okay, don't go to the Bronx. Giant horrible tree. We don't go there.
Actually,
There are a few rules. He turns around, yes.
no, I just didn't know we weren't supposed to go to the tree. The tree seemed very welcoming when I was there last.
I'm just going on the basics. She's new. I don't know if the tree is open to everyone in the sept or it's just a matter of this get. I would actually need to call Olaf and ask him. Okay, just 1 second, and he will pull his cell phone. He will go through his contacts. He will tap a couple of numbers, and he will wait for Olaf to pick the goddamn phone.
Yeah, because last time I was there, Ash kicked a lot of ass, and I became very, very tiny. But we did a certain amount of good there, I think. Hey, Bob, you there?
You see that hotfix
He
start
said
tapping
he wasn't
his
going to
foot.
be in the. He said
Okay.
he wasn't going to be in the scene.
I had no
And he
idea.
will-
I just wanted it.
Uh,
So you get no answer.
Yeah, he might be eating, and he just goes like, "Nah, I will call him back later." And he just shoots him a message to call me. We have a new girl with some chickens, and he will write every fucking name for Olaf in there.
Oh God.
So yeah, we will. He will look at Lucas. Care to help me here?
What do you need?
101.
Okay. He's gonna go ahead and turn to the newcomer. Okay. Tell me about where you come from, and tell me about what you know about this greater world of ours.
What?
Hawaii, I know it's a small island, but you've never come across the others, have you?
There's a lot of islands in Hawaii.
Oh, see, there's a whole special kind of changing that lives in Hawaii. Not that we're bringing them into the scene.
All right. Well,
Which one of the
wherever you-
sons and daughters of darkness have you met?
What?
Okay, there's a Johnny Cash song because I hadn't covers it perfectly. Wherever you played, New York is a different kind of ball game entirely. There are creatures that lurk around in the darkness. They are bloodsuckers. They are vampires. There are people with amazing abilities. Some call them some oathbreakers, will workers, whatever have you. They have amazing abilities, but best to stay away from them until you talk to a few of the guardians about our particular policy with them. For the bloodsuckers, we have a very, very official policy of no unauthorized vampire hunting. Besides that, occasionally you'll find a person who is a little bit off, a little bit more extravagant. Relationship with these people, these fae, they like to be called, or at least I go ahead and call them. They throw extravagant parties and are mostly harmless in that we haven't had a reason to become hostile to them, and we really don't want to have a reason to go hostile with them. There are certain areas within New York City that you ought not to go until you get clearance or at least verification from the Guardians. One of them happens to be the Bronx.
Also, Staten Island's pretty bad.
I was
Don't
getting
go
to
there.
that. Just getting to that. The Bronx is a little bit an iffy area. We don't have a lot of information coming from there. The Staten Island, it is a cesspool of wormish evil. So don't go there.
Also, you see that Hotfix slowly start pressing his temples, and you see that he's into nothingness as he fixates in some kind of undistinctive point out there in the world. And he will give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the post that Amichan did. There we go. Stay away from Harlem, stay away from Washington Heights, and stay away from Upper Manhattan.
I was there, at least for Washington Heights.
And Hotfix will extend a hand and press very slightly Chloe's shoulder. Those places are a no.
Chloe looks decidedly less happy than she did when she first entered this scene. But she will kind of look to Hotfix, like acknowledging his hand, acknowledging what he's trying for. It does feel as though we just told her not to go into most of the city, though.
You know what? Just stay in Central Park. Don't go out of it alone.
Okay, that doesn't work too well for most Hamids, unfortunately.
Kind of rough when my entire family lives just outside of Harlem.
Well, just in my personal opinion, be very careful. There are flags on top of certain buildings. And she'll pull out a cell phone and show a picture of one of the flags.
Yeah,
you see that?
Was about to the same.
Yeah, do not mess with the flags. In fact, if you see one, just kind of go the other way. Unless you have specific permission to mess with.
You have interrupted second dinner. Why?
Newcomer 101, she has a fuck ton of chickens.
2 of which Lucas goes ahead and points to are clean.
Olaf walks over to the truck and stares.
Allow me to do introductions.
Not here.
Not here, okay.
We don't do this kind of thing out here.
As you say, Raya.
He slowly glances over to the only face he doesn't recognize. Regular name?
Ellie. Just
simple.
Ellie.
I like simple.
Oh, you're gonna hate my deed name then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to do, boss.
I'm sure. Others tell you what you need to know then.
Don't go here, don't go there. Basics. So, yeah, I guess.
Good.
What is the status on, there's a status question that we weren't quite sure about. We were hoping you knew the answer to.
That being,
I think he wants to know what you mean.
We
Chloe, right?
mean that place,
Um,
but
I was referring to a tree
Yeah.
because I was there recently, and she seemed quite welcoming. We weren't. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't something else going on.
I will put it this way. Right now, me and mine are the front runners on it, so I will say this. The one who presides there, very, very clear about what is banned. Do not break ban.
What's the ban?
When you're there,
Mm-hmm.
no violence.
No
Yes.
violence, like no fisticuffs. I'm guessing.
Uh-uh.
No beef.
The only time we raise a hand is to protect what's there when it needs protecting.
What about like verbalage?
I don't know anyone who's tried that. I personally wouldn't.
I don't like messing about with that kind of thing, but I suppose you can ask.
Do I ask the tree?
Mm-hmm.
You'll
Guys,
you'll know who to ask.
Lucas goes ahead and pipes up. If we're all clean, we can move this over to the camp, the fireside.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
What about the other 4 chickens?
Don't worry, and Hotfix will move a hand, and a couple of kinfolk will just come in and cross her arms around the van and whatever. They are with me. They will protect this place until you come back.
It's gonna make it hard to make fresh omelets in the morning, but okay.
You'll live.
And
Well,
Maybe-
Chick Norris, Lindsay. It looks like it's just you two for now.
Gosh darn people ruining second dinner.
I will buy you a steak, Raya. I'm sorry. And
Oh, yeah.
Hotfix will
Wait a minute,
turn
right?
around and walk inside.
We will go to other place. Do this right.
Why? Why? Okay.
Lucas is going to start walking that direction. Do do do.
As will the rest of the party, I assume.
Yep.
Heidi's got
Fast.
her. Heidi's got 2 cages.
Chloe
One
will
in each
offer.
hand.
Chloe will offer to take one.
She offers Chloe her duffel bag.
She'll take the duffel bag then.
Fast forward, the scene is set as such. It is a fireplace. It is currently roaring. Very, very small fire, and several trunks of trees have been laid bare for seating arrangements. Bum, bum, bum.
Thank you. Olaf, Raya, allow me to do the introduction. He will turn around to Ellie. This is Olaf, screams in silence, Strikvassen. And he will name the appropriate rank with the player doesn't remember at the moment. Adrian, I think it was. Adrian, thank you, honey. Adrian, Philodox, gets offender, valuable member of the nation. Alpha of the Pack, Whispers of the Green. Right, boss?
And guardian, and then father.
And General Badass.
Some people go ahead and mix up the orders of the titles. Generally, I go ahead and put badass title in front of everything else.
Heidi at that point is showing her throat, but she is sort of like, as she's doing it, she's very like focused on Olaf's hair.
Olaf, Raya.
There.
This is Okikai Kanuyakai Kamahine, or also known as the favorite daughter of sea.
You know, I used to just kick people over when they only showed me throat. But it occurs to me in this form, I can see your stomach just fine.
She kind of pulls up her shirt slightly and looks. pats.
He waves his hand dismissively.
And she sits up, looks up at his hair. So Olaf Raya, I got a question for you.
That being,
You ain't got any gray hair.
a few.
You're resilient, den parent, then.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. It's not for me to tout my own accomplishments. The stories to tell are for others. I am no blowhard. So tell me. Oh, go for it, Vinny.
She just kind of stops when he starts to speak.
Tell me, thing. Why are you here?
Family decided to move here. Husband, kids, moving in with his folks.
Perhaps you will live longer then.
Well, that's the idea. I got a lot of responsibility.
Olaf nods. It's good. Responsibility keeps you centered, focused. Idle hands always make for the worst things.
Yeah, they do. Still got a pack of chuckleheads back home. Ain't never gonna grow up. Ain't never gonna get past Clear.
I think I heard how earlier. Lieutenant, right?
She nods.
You should visit Katori.
I will roll her intelligence up 10 lore. Her eyes go kind of wide because she knows that name. She knows the deeds.
Yeah, at Athro, you were a story. Like,
She kind of like looks around, kind of narrows her eyes, and then leans close towards Olaf. Like the Katori, like the sept of the Running Stone Katori.
indeed.
Or as I like to call the Raya on his back's Kotori. The Kotori.
He is here. Unless my memory is starting to slip, his highest ranking lieutenant here. Would be a good idea to present yourself at some point.
Be kind of daft in the head not to go meet him. He's an Lieutenant Theurge.
I like him. He's a good friend.
Good teacher also.
Runs a tight ship around here as keeper of the land.
Yeah, don't piss him off. And Arun's rage at times can last for 25 seconds. Maybe 30. Very destructive 30 seconds, but that is as far as it goes most times.
And Hotfix will start looking at the ground, all the Arun rage and related thingies.
But
Yeah, I was going to say, what was it he said about him getting kind of mad? I missed something there. I'm sorry.
But a Theurge, not as much rage, but anger. Their anger can go for years.
Oh, yeah. Chloe's probably also looking elsewhere because she just went through the thing with the Lupus 3 about Senna.
Don't cross people here because you might discover that your life just as momentarily as a speck of dust in the wind.
You're lucky. I am nice. People tell me I'm very nice. Look at all these fostern in this cliff. No fear. Other times you will not be as lucky.
Well, to be fair, you're like one of 3 get I've ever met, so she just kind of holds her hand out with that sort of surfer hand gesture. Shaka. And she smirks.
Olaf's brow furrows slightly. Sure.
There's a few around here. I mean, there have been more in the past, but one of my pack mates, my beta actually, is also a Geta Fenris.
Oh yeah, we are all members of packs. Hotfix points to Olaf and Lucas. Alpha and he looks at Lucas. Beta of the Whispers of the Green.
There's a thumbs up from Lucas. Yep.
He will point to Chloe. Strider of Ice and Concrete.
Yes.
And he will point to himself and very slowly mumble, Beta of the Shadowrunners.
This time it is Chloe's turn to kind of touch his shoulder.
Yeah, and he will slowly nod a bit.
Yeah, I was in a pack a while back. Wild Pines out of Denali. Things didn't fare so well for us, so kind of like the only one left after a pretty ill-fated mission, I guess you could put it.
If you have free time later, I would like to introduce you to my alpha, Public Enemy.
Sounds like a nice fella.
She's a good girl.
Yeah.
What's with the deed name?
Glasswalker. We don't like the status quo.
You know, that's kind of strange that I haven't asked her about that name yet. I just now realized that I haven't asked her yet. I really should.
He will look at Chloe. There are basically 2 ways you can go with a name for a Glasswalker. Either it's badass as fuck or boring as shit.
I like the deed names with a story.
I will bring around Teresa to you, and you can ask her.
Oh, I've met her. I'm sure I could find her. I just now remembered I forgot to ask. That's all. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Give her a little bit of space today. She's in the best of moods.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, you were saying something about where you come from, why you come from, meeting Kotori, Cis, daughter, Ellie, Kawina.
That was a lot to say. You always talk this much?
Basically, yeah, I do.
Look, if he doesn't talk and speak up, then I have to go ahead and fill the air. Nobody here wants me to fill up the air.
he will start singing back 70 pop tracks.
Chloe considers just walking away at this point.
Olaf pulls out his phone and checks it. Oh, boy, jeez. And goes back into his pocket. I must go handle thing.
Good luck, Raya.
Best of luck with that, good Se and Re
Mm-hmm.
and Alpha. All these things you are.
That I am. He stretches a bit. Stay out of trouble. And as always, obey the litany.
Or he will beat the shit out of you.
He is a Philodox.
I have
He's
no
a
doubt he will.
Fenrir.
And Olaf leaves.
That was nice. He didn't shout to anyone. That was some progress.
Why does he usually shout?
It's very, very hard to find the soft spot.
Yeah.
So I should be considering myself lucky, gifted. I mean,
You had a delightful conversation with one of our more senior members of the sept, a rising star. Don't worry, you didn't do nothing wrong. In fact, you might have done some good by bringing up the family. He respects that.
Yeah.
okay.
So, he will look around. Dinner, 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 dinner.
No,
my,
no, and fuck no.
I'm not pointing at your chickens, woman. I'm inviting all of you to dinner.
Oh, sure, fantastic. Where are we going?
I totally feel like I need a celebration, at least a little bit, amidst all the really shitty news lately. At least, yeah.
Yeah. I have either two choices. Italian rustic restaurant, really good. Or my place, we as pizza watch my big ass TV.
Well, if you all want food, like auntie and uncle, they'd be more than happy to feed you lots of food.
I already like her.
You,
She's giving that kind of like sad nod, like, yeah, most people do for that reason.
the Octana around here are known for their generous portions. I agree with this idea.
They are.
Just
I
some
mean,
of
if
you might have to do TV traits. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, not worried whatsoever. I live with my two sisters, and believe me, there's a lot of TV trays going on there.
All right, and she's kind of looking at the tallest one.
Totally not Chloe. Chloe's 5'2".
Probably either between Lucas or Hotfix.
And considering Lucas was little hair before, I'm gonna say probably Hotfix.
Yeah, he's quite tall for glass holder.
So you get to be a jungle gym.
Kids.
Hmm.
And you actually see for actually Lucas and Chloe can see some glee sparking up on Hotfix. I love kids. Let's go.
You'll see the same sort of evil, gleeful smile appearing on Lucas's face as well.
And a look of trepidation comes on Chloe's face.
Ellie puts an arm around Chloe's shoulder. Come on, you have Fury. You'll do fine.
Oh, I'm not afraid of kids. I'm afraid of what they're planning. She just grins.
Believe me, I think they're not prepared for what's about to happen to them.
No, I'm totally in. That's fine. I just those two.
And I think with that, we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.